Hey guys, welcome back to moreRoslyn. Oh, I'm so frustrated, sort of. Yesterday was Mother's Day, and I had this whole game plan on exactly what I was going to do, how I was going to handle things, and my weekend and my week last week, to a certain part, emotionally just went, ah, the stuff was everywhere. I had things hit me like I couldn't have handled it if I wasn't on the medical medium protocols. I had so many things going on. It was the craziest thing. Me and my husband kind of have date day on Saturday. That's the only day that we spend together because of our work schedules pretty much. And we went out to eat and I had this awesome game plan in my head and I have to tell you about it. So I looked up the place we were going to eat. I looked up their menu. I usually do that. It said they had what was it? Baked potatoes with whatever they call it, like that stuffed baked potato stuff or whatever, or baked potatoes with the cheese and the sour cream and all that kind of stuff on top. And they said, so I was like, okay, I can have a baked potato or two baked potatoes with no stuff on it. And then they said they had like these smoked mushrooms, and I'm like, oh, perfect, smoked mushrooms. They're like steamed, but they're smoked. So that I had that in my head. And then I think there might have been one other thing that I was gonna get, but at least I knew that, so I was super happy. So I went in there and we started to order, and I said, how do you have your mushrooms? And she's like, well, oh no, let me rephrase that. They gave us some meat, and I was like, I don't eat meat, but thank you. My husband will eat my piece if that's okay. And they were so sympathetic, so compassionate, in all honesty. It was like I could tell that all the compassion angels and everybody was around me to just like bring me support. I just felt it. It completely felt different than any ordering experience I ever had. I did not feel judged. It was a blessing. And I love it. I was so glad it happened. And so, because I'm like, about time, because I'm really tired of people giving me crap about my food and saying things. So whenever something like that happened, I just thanked those people for 2 days after that because it was so exciting. And so I asked her, so she gave us the meat or whatever. So I started asking her about the mushrooms, and she's like, well, we fry them, and that's the same fryer oil that we fry our meat in. And I was like, well, you had me at fried, so I didn't even care what you fried in the oil. And then I said, well, okay, well, I'll just have two plain baked potatoes. And she's like, we don't have baked potatoes. It's actually potato salad, and they do this. And I'm like, that's not how you described it on the menu. But I'm like, okay, whatever. I did not say anything, but that's just how I felt. It was such a 360. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, but okay, because my plan B is I will have lemon water, and it's like a mini fast. That's what I tell myself. I figure out the foods, and then I figure out my plan B, because plan A has not always worked for me. So I get the water, and I'm happy. I'm pretty like, okay, well, I'll just do this water. The water tasted really good, which is not always the case, and they had like fresh lemons there. So I had that, and I sat down, and my husband is feeling really awkward. And I'm like, Tim, I'm okay with this. If you're okay, I'm okay. And he, of course, was like, felt uncomfortable. And all of a sudden, an angel walks in, which is this sweet little college student that was checking us out. And she's like, here, we have this. This is vegan. And it was this cucumber, onion, tomato salad with like some bell peppers. It was perfect. It actually tasted really good. I did not even care if it had any kind of a no food in the sauce. There really wouldn't look like much of a sauce on it. It was kind of interesting. I just didn't care. I didn't even call on the angel of disarmament because I was in such a place of gratitude that somebody cared enough for me and like my food that they would go out of their way instead of not worrying about it and try to make things work. It was a blessing. It was such a blessing. So she brought me in that stuff, and so immediately I ate it, and I was like, this stuff is good. I'm not even having not one reaction right now. And so I ordered 2 things of them, and I was super happy, and my husband felt more comfortable, and I was so blessed to have someone care for me. It was so nice compared to all the other times I have done this food stuff. So then I go, and it's Mother's Day, and in my mind I'm like, okay, my sister's got all these vegetables. Crap, I'm fat free. I'm like so fat free right now. I'm like so fat free, I feel good right now. But they don't usually fix stuff for me. They try to, they don't understand it. I try to bring my food. It's always just this kind of no. So I'm trying to get some more peace and balance out of going to my family's house. So I brought like the potatoes that I brought last time and cooked them because they wanted them again. And they're just steamed potatoes. But you all know how good steamed potatoes are. Then I brought in I had some Japanese sweet potatoes, and those things are so good. Like, they're white in the middle and they're purple on the outside. If you don't know what they look like, they're purple, and they're white on the inside. And the white looks like a regular potato, but then it tastes like a sweet potato, but it has this texture of a regular potato in a way. So to me, it's just like, I love texture and I hate texture in a way. Like, there's things I don't like and there's things I love. And so this stuff just came together and it was great. So I put one of those on my plate because nobody else had really looked at them, and I was like, we'll share them, yada yada. So I cut my mom a piece, I cut my sister a piece, and then my sister's boyfriend wanted some, so I cut him a piece because everybody's like, what is this potato thing? What do you keep talking about? I asked my dad, do you want some? And he's like, no, I don't want, no, I'm good. Well, then my mom had them, and she's like, this is so good. This potato tastes so good. And then my sister's like, wow, this is a really good sweet potato. And then her boyfriend's like, this is yum. And we're sitting there and then we're eating and we're talking about it again. We're talking about this sweet potato. And all of a sudden my dad's like, well, I want some of that sweet potato. So I give him a big old hunk and he's like, this thing's pretty good. And I'm laughing because in my head I'm like, yeah, this is how it works. I got to start feeding them. My foods that I think are really good. Because I laughed and I paused and I said, guys, there's nothing on this sweet potato. There's no sauce. There's no butter. There's nothing. It is just it in its natural form. And it tastes this good. And they're like, yeah, this thing's great. So I realized yesterday that I need to start feeding them. And from all of that happening, from not feeling like an outsider, I just lost everything. Every picture I had, all of my focus, and I freaking had some pie. I'm like, no. And I had chicken, and I don't even eat chicken. And I had bread, and I was like, oh my God, Roslyn. But I couldn't help it. I was full of so much emotions because they were eating my food that I ate their food. It was really weird. So I just am okay with this, and I did it, and I'm still living, and I haven't died. And I will tell you, the pain that I was in and the digestional discomfort I've had since yesterday, note to self, I will not do that again. I will fix this in my head. I will start associating those foods with that feeling, and I'm moving on, and I get it. And I have this choice that, do I sit here and have compassion for myself, or do I beat myself up? Because I was beating myself up for having the no foods. And I'm like, I'm going to have compassion. Anthony talked about compassion in a radio show not too long ago, and it hit me from all kinds of levels. I was like, and some of it I didn't even understand. Some of it I got, and it was crazy. And I was like, I just have to make this choice right now to have compassion for myself. And to remember that at year one, I couldn't even do like a whole day without having a no food. It was such a struggle. And now to have lost the 20 something pounds that I gained when I first started, and to shift my belief systems, and to encourage myself, and to keep striving forward, and to go 28 days with no foods. Like, I, went through that whole process, that I'm just going to have compassion for myself, and I'm going to keep moving forward, and I'm going to stick to this, and I'm going to fill myself full of love, and I'm just going to ride this out. And I've got a game plan in my head, and I'm creating even a deeper game plan and a deeper challenge for myself. And I'm rocking this out, and it's going to be amazing. So that's what I keep thinking about. And so if you are like me, a working person, get up early in the morning, fix your foods, trying to get things done, trying to figure this stuff out, like, I'm right there with you. And we will just like truck through this ourselves. We'll get there. I'm not done with my life. I'm not done with this. I have lots of things in the pot stirring to like help me press forward. I am so motivated, and I keep talking to the angels. I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to get there. And that is good enough for me. And that is great. And that is having compassion. And I've laughed at myself, and I have loved and appreciated everybody being more understanding of my journey and their actions. And I love them, and I love this life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I hope that helps y'all. I will see you on the next video. You're doing a great job no matter what you're doing. I love you, and I'll check you later. Bye, guys.